show. It's the Omaha Storm Chasers taking on the Louisville Bats. First pitch coming your way next. Just about ready to go. And towing the slab, Rhett Lowder. Here's a deeper look. He's got 4 pitches to choose from on the mound, and we'll see how he mixes and matches as the game goes on. If he can get through the lineup the first time using just 2, maybe 3 of them, he'll have a better chance to work deep into this one and hold something back for later. And here we go. Stepping to the plate for Omaha, Nick Lofton. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. He swings and fouls one off. One-two offering. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there's one down.
Second, center fielder Drew Waters.
And let's take a look at this lineup. With the wind blowing out, this could be a slugfest from this lineup. I'm sure all the power guys are licking their chops, hoping to elevate and celebrate. Outfielders will need to not come in too fast on pop flies because those can carry in a hurry. Base is empty, 1 away. And now the center fielder, Drew Waters. Dive, got it! Throws to first. Throws, safe, and that was close. A-plus effort from the shortstop. He dives and makes the stop before throwing over to first, but just not there in time. That batter was really hustling as he left the box and paid off for him with a single. So a runner aboard. Next up for the Storm Chasers, Abraham Toro. And the 2-1 pitch, runner on the move. Swing and a foul straight back. That's a strikeout looking. Frozen with a backdoor slider turned into a pair of shoes. Usually hitters see sliders like that from an opposite-handed pitcher pretty well. That time he let it go by for strike 3. So up next, Cameron Meisner. So now 1-2. And that one almost got it. This one in the air, center field. Rodriguez gets under it. Gets there, got it. So no runs here on a base hit. No errors, 1 left on base. Bottom half of inning number 1 coming up. No score. Back here at Great American Ballpark. And on the mound in this one, Alec Marsh. Let's take a closer look. With 5 pitches in the arsenal, he's got a lot of ways to approach each hitter in this lineup. But if he only has 1 or 2 of those pitches working, the batters will have an easier time guessing what's coming. Anytime you can eliminate pitches from consideration, it gives you a leg up against the pitcher. Swings and lifts a high fly ball out to left. And off the base of the wall. Into second easily with a leadoff double. Really trusted his hands and let the ball travel on that pitch and allowed him to go the other way for the hit. Stepping in, Nathaniel Lowe. Trouble with the fastball here. It gets away. The throw to third. He's in there. That 4-seamer kept rising and rising, and the catcher just couldn't get the glove in proper position to handle it. That's one you gotta have behind the plate. And that's ripped to left. Fair ball. And they're out in front with a 1-0 lead. The throw to second. Pulls into second. That's an RBI double. Well, that's a big swing of the bat, driving in the run with the two-bagger. Well, he was a touch behind on that swing, but strong wrists and a good job of getting on plane meant he could make good contact and shoot it down the left field line. Here's the catcher, Jose Trevino. Pitch. Foul ball there. No outs and a runner on second. And now it's even up. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Batting fourth, designated hitter.
All right, let's take a look at the lineup. Next is the DH, a switch hitter, Michael Toglia. The 1-1 offering. And that one clips the corner. Now the 1-2 pitch. Swings at the big bender for the K. That's not the best location you'll ever see on a curveball, but he clearly wasn't looking for it. That was very hittable, but he recognized it too late. Might have been a panic swing trying to put it in play. So digging in, Sal Stewart. And a runner in scoring position. That's
ball. That pitch is out.
And the count is even, 2-2. And a swing and a miss. Nice job controlling the damage out there. They pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, 1 runner left on base. We're on to the second here in Cincinnati. The Bats lead it 1-0. On to the next inning, digging in for the Storm Chasers, Gavin Cross. From bespoke masonry to soundproofing, your basement deserves the best. Montresor Basement Design can help every home, from a 1-bedroom to a classical palazzo. Basement's so good, even your worst enemies won't leave. That's great discipline at the dish. He fell behind 0-1, then didn't overextend or get greedy. Now he's got a favorable count on 3-1. That one misses. It's a leadoff walk.
Batting sixth, shortstop Connor Kaiser.
Coming up to the dish for Omaha, Connor Kaiser. Ground ball left side, could be 2. Over to second for 1 and 2. What a play. That play looked smooth and simple, but it's anything but. Credit to them for an outstanding double play. Stepping to the plate for Omaha, Michael Massey. Ground ball up the middle, collects. And just beats it. That's a hit. Great try there. Nice bit of 2-out hitting there on the infield signal. He gets on base, keeps the inning alive, and now his teammates have a chance to build on it. Kevin Newman getting ready to hit. Slider misses away. Massey leads off of first with 2 out. That's towards center. Rodriguez settles under it and makes the catch. So 1 hit is all they get. We go to the bottom of the 2nd inning. Louisville with the lead, 1-0. Back here in Cincinnati, bottom of the inning. Here's the left fielder, Dane Myers. 2-1 now. Out towards left center. And there's 1 away.
Batting 7, center fielder, Hector
1 out and the bases are empty.
Rodriguez.
Hector Rodriguez digs in now.
That's a ball.
And
Ball
that's in the
ball.
dirt. And there's
That's
ball
ball 4.
You know,
Take your
I
base.
thought that was a strike, and yep, here's a
Batting
challenge.
8, third baseman, Reese
And it's a
Hines.
called strike after the review. Still 2 challenges left for him. 1 out and the base is empty. And he goes down on strikes.
Batting
And there are
8,
2 down.
third baseman,
Out on the mound, he's
Reese
probably feeling a bit
Hines.
relieved because that was a little too hittable a location for that fastball. Worked out for him that time. Digging in, Reese Hines.
Aye.
That one finds the zone. Two outs and nobody aboard. Pops this one up to the right side. And that'll do it. We played 2 frames. It's 1-0. Back here at
Leading
Great
things
American
off,
Ballpark.
catcher,
And here's the
number
catcher,
35.
Jorge Alfaro. And he's got good speed at a position you don't typically associate with that. It's usually more of a slugger who might plod a little bit. He's something of an outlier here. High fly ball out to left center. Rodriguez on the move to the gap. And a quick out, number 1.
Now batting, left fielder, Nick Lofton.
Now the left fielder, Nick Lofton. And the 1-1. Ground ball to first. Low. Steps on first for the out.
Now batting, the center fielder, Drew Waters.
2 away here, nobody on. Here's the center fielder, Drew Waters. And the 1-1. Fastball on the corner at the knees, and that's a strike. Waters wants another look at the called strike, and here's a challenge. And it's going to stay a strike. That knocks him down to 1 challenge left.
That's ball
Misses
2.
the zone. 2-2. Incredible patience to take that one. You don't often see that at this level. Fly to left. Myers under it. Gets there. Got it. Not much going on for the offense that time. Moving on now to the home half of the 3rd inning. The bat's out in front. 1-0. Back here in Cincinnati. And the batter will be the shortstop, Garrett Hampson.
Hampson.
2-1 now. This one high in the air, out to left center. And there's 1 down.
Now batting, the right fielder.
To the top of the order we go.
Benson.
Now it's the right fielder, Will Benson. Swing, high fly ball to center field. 2 down.
Now batting, the first baseman, Nathaniel Lowe.
So 2 out. Coming up to the dish for Louisville, Nathaniel Lowe. Barely
Nope, outside.
misses. And that's ball 3. What a take with 2 strikes. Swings and misses. 3 up and 3 down, inning over. We move on to inning number 4. The Bats have the lead, 1-0. Top of the 4th inning with
Leading
the
off,
Storm Chasers
first
at the
baseman,
dish.
Abraham Toro.
Here comes the 1-1. Swing and a foul straight back. One-two pitch. Just
Ball
misses
2.
with that one. That was well spotted, but he couldn't get the call from the plate umpire. But he's handling it well, and he might get that call later. 2-2 now. Swung on and pasted to deep right. He got every stitch of that ball, and it is out of here. An absolutely titanic shot. And we're level. To be fair, he made great contact, but maybe credit the wind with an assist on that long ball. That was a nice, patient approach in that at-bat. He let some bad pitches go, found one he liked, and didn't miss. All tied up thanks to the homer. And now the right fielder, Cameron Meisner.
That's a ball.
Strike 2. Swings through it for the K. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the home run. It looked like he recognized the slider, but got the swing off late and just couldn't barrel it up. Nobody on with 1 out. Gavin Cross will hit next. 2-1 pitch upcoming. Chases a high fastball there. Sliced the other way, that's a base hit. So they get a runner on with a 1-out single. He
Now
was
batting,
all over that
shortstop,
one. And they've got some
Connor Kaiser.
choices now with good speed on the bases. Next up for the Storm Chasers, Connor Kaiser. 1-1, here's the pitch. In the dirt, but kept it close. Throws to second. The tag, out! Those are the catching fundamentals that coaches love to see. He deadened the pitch with his body, kept it close, and threw a bullet to second to get the runner stealing. Very impressive. And now the 2-1. And the slider just misses. Movement in the bullpen. Anthony Misevich up and throwing. Maxwell getting cranked up as well. 2 outs, base is empty. Three balls, 2 strikes. Pop-up foul on the right side. And that's the end of the inning. One scores in the inning, coming on this solo home run. All even at one apiece.
So what's the win without a comeback? So what's the win without a comeback? Hustling every day to win. Now you win this in a comeback. I'm not the one that you should play with. Better stick with who you came with. You ain't a thug, you a plaintiff. And I might jack dangerous. Moonwalking through a jam.
Welcome back. The bats at the dish in the bottom of the fourth.
Jose Trevino.
The Kentucky Burgoo plate at the concession stand is a popular item around here. However, unlike the original recipe, there's no wild squirrel in it, thankfully. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Swings through it. Next offering is upstairs. That one ripped, but foul. Got the hitter swinging for the strikeout.
Now batting.
One gone, leading off the fourth.
Hitter Michael Toglia.
Bases empty, one away. And now at the plate, Michael Toglia. In the air to center. And there's two away.
Now batting, second baseman, Sal
Nobody
Stewart.
on and two outs. Sal Stewart, the next to hit. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Two down and nobody aboard. Here in game one of this three-game series. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Got the batter swinging. Picks up the 7th strikeout of the ball game. 5th inning coming up, tied at 1. Back here at Great American Ballpark. All set for the start of this inning. And now, Michael Massey. And that's off the inside edge. And the count is 3-1. It's a leadoff walk, and that's the go-ahead run.
Now batting, third baseman, Kevin Newman.
Digging in for the Storm Chasers, Kevin Newman. We're in the top of the 5th inning. Go-ahead run at first, nobody out.
Ball, that's outside.
Battling here, fouls it away. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Got the strikeout. Pulled the string on the changeup. Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, looks ready to make the move. Rhett Lauder gives way, just never found a groove, wasn't really able to settle in. New arm coming on, back in a moment.
Now pitching.
Left-hander out of the bullpen,
number
Anthony Misevich.
71,
Works with a
Anthony
curveball that has
Misevich.
huge break. Hitters have to be disciplined and focused to make good contact with it. Now, Jorge Alfaro. Definitely wants to avoid hitting an easy bouncer here. A grounder in the infield should be an inning-ending double play. Next pitch, in for a strike. Runner at first, one away. Swings and misses, struck him out. That late boring action from the cutter really did him in at the plate. The cutter isn't really intended to miss a ton of bats. It's more about generating weak contact. But that one had a little extra on it. Great pitch. Back to the top of the order here. Coming up to the dish for Omaha, Nick Lofton.
Ball 2.
Massey leads off at first with 2 away. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Back-to-back Ks. Last half of the 5th coming up. All tied 1-1.
I only got one speed, that's the goal. I still win with my back against the rope. I can't take it now, that's enough.
Bottom half of the 5th,
Leading
and the
off,
bats at the plate.
Left fielder, Dane Myers.
Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Late with the swing there. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Hector Neris getting ready to go. Morgan warming up as well. Here's the 1-2 offering. Good eye
That's
there.
ball 2.
And we're getting an ABS challenge from behind the dish. Not far out of the zone, but it was a ball. So they are now out of challenges. Payoff pitch. Grounder to third, Newman. In the dirt, nice pick.
Now batting, the center fielder, Hector Rodriguez.
1 out and the bases are empty. Now up, Hector Rodriguez. On the ground to third. Tosses to first. 2 quick outs here in the bottom half of the 5th inning.
Now batting, third baseman, Reese Hines.
So 2 down now, and here at the plate, Reese Hines. Ground ball to third base. What a stop to first. And very nicely done for the out. And we're through 5 innings. All tied 1-1.
I'm a rotten man, she said she want one to stay. And would you wanna walk like a champion, act like a champion? What a piece of body, girl, tell me where you get it from. Not find your entrance from.
We're back here at the
Leading things
ballpark.
off,
Start of the
center
6th.
fielder,
Ben Gelman
Drew
bringing you this one.
Waters.
And leading off, Drew Waters.
Ball.
Action in the pen down there. Sam Mole appears to be getting loose. Danner, the right-hander, loosening up as well. And the 2-1 pitch. And that's in for a strike. With the way he's operating up in the zone, these hitters need to adjust. They can't get outside their mechanics, though. Got to stay on top of the ball and try to line it into the outfield. Fights that one off, we'll reset and do it again. Two and two, here's the pitch. That
Ball
one missed.
3.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Leadoff batter retired in the
First
sixth.
baseman, Abraham Toro.
Nobody on with one out. And here's the first baseman, Abraham Toro. One pitch now. Out to center. And 2 away now.
Now batting, right fielder Cameron Meisner.
Manager out of the dugout, time to make a change. Anthony Misevich won't go any further tonight. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching.
A
for
new
the
arm
bat,
into the game, the righty,
number
Zach
78,
Maxwell. Into the game with the bases empty.
Maxwell.
Next up for the Storm Chasers, Cameron Meisner. One ball, one strike. Here's the pitch. 1-0 on the gun, swing and a miss. On a cold night like this, hitters are trying to get out in front so they don't get jammed. A pitcher can counter that by using the
Nope,
off-speed
that's off the
stuff
plate.
more
Ball
frequently.
2.
2 down and nobody aboard. And we're in the top half of the sixth. Slider misses away. Three and two now. Good plate appearance there, able to take the walk.
Now batting, the designated hitter Gavin Cross.
2 outs, runner on first base. Next up, the designated hitter, Gavin Cross. Quick move to first. Throw skips in, can't handle it at second. The tag and out. So a sloppy play there, but it ends the inning. We move on to the bottom of inning number 6. All tied 1-1.
Now pitching for
Back now
Omaha,
for the bottom
number
of the 6th,
51,
and there's a new
Hector
pitcher on the
Neris.
mound, Hector Neris. Stepping to the plate for
Leading things
Louisville,
off,
Garrett Hampson.
Shortstop, Garrett Hampson.
And the 1-1.
That's ball 2.
Activity in the bullpen. Luinder Avila up and loosening in the pen. Lang also getting ready. The 2-1 pitch. Ground ball to the right side. Throw to first
He's
in
out.
time. They get the out, but it was pretty close.
Now batting, the right fielder, Will Benson.
Bases empty, 1 away. Will Benson getting ready to hit. Crushes this one to right, and you can just tell that one goodbye. It is long gone. Well, that'll fire up the home crowd, and that's how they take the lead. It's now 2-1. Blasted out of the park fired up right now. That's a good job to adjust to the inside fastball there. He may have been hunting something on the outer half, but he kept the hands in and blasted that one out for the round tripper. And now the first baseman, Nathaniel Lowe. And the 1-1. Down in the dirt, swing and a miss. And a foul ball, so he stays alive. Pitch misses. 2-2. Gets him swinging.
Now batting, catcher Jose Trevino.
Here's the catcher, Jose Trevino. Two outs and nobody aboard. And a big swing and a miss. Swings through it, and that's a K.
That's right.
Top of the seventh here,
Leading off,
Gavin Cross
designated
now at the
hitter,
plate.
Gavin Cross.
Hoping to put the tying run aboard. Comes up empty, strike two. And it's foul, and the at-bat keeps going. That
Inside
one
ball.
just misses. Ball two. Excellent take. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Leadoff batter set down to open the seventh. More and more common to see triple-digit fastballs, but it's still awe-inspiring to see a pitcher rear back and blow it by the bat. He's got some serious cheese out of the bullpen. And now the shortstop, Connor Kaiser. Swing and a miss out in front of that. And now the 1-2. Fly ball down the line. Towards the line, looking up, makes a one-handed catch.
Now batting, second baseman Michael Massey.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Zach Maxwell won't go any further. Leaves in a one-run game. New pitcher coming on, and we'll be back in a minute.
Now pitching.
So
for
they
the
turn
bat,
to the lefty in this spot,
number
Sam
50,
Moll, charged with
Sam
hanging on to this
Moll.
lead. Stepping to the plate for Omaha, Michael Massey. Swing and a miss. It's 2-2. That's
Ball
down and away.
three.
Kevin Newman in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. The Storm Chasers down a run here in the top half of the 7th. To the right side. Takes it to the bag, and that'll do it. Time to stretch. The Bats out front, 2-1. Hope you had a good stretch at home, except for the last half of the 7th. Michael Toglia digs in now. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. And there's
That's a ball.
Hammers this one in the air, deep to left center. This one's gonna carry. It's out of here. Made them pay for that one, and they add to their lead. It's 3-1. There is definitely a tailwind on that home run. That never hurts as a hitter. I really like how he tracked that pitch all the way in. He recognized the splitter, got on plane, and stayed back long enough to power it out the other way. Impressive stuff for a minor leaguer. Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Hector Neris done for the night. And as the starter heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back.
Now pitching for
So they turn
Omaha,
things over to the
number
righty,
34,
Eli Morgan, coming into a game trailing by a small margin, and so his job will be to keep it within reach for the offense. Next up for the Bats, Sal Stewart. One run in the inning so far. Here in the bottom of the 7th, just past the stretch. And it's even up. That one
Nope,
misses
that's
low.
down.
Such a difficult pitch to lay off of. Payoff pitch
Ball
off
four.
the
Take
outside
the base.
edge, and that is ball 4.
Now batting left fielder, Dane Myers.
Here's the left fielder, Dane Myers. Nobody out and a runner at first.
Ball, that's
Just off the
outside.
outside edge. Hard ground ball, that's a base hit. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out. That's smart hitting to use the count here advantage like that. He knew the pitcher had to come into the zone, and he found a pitch to handle. And now the center fielder, Hector Rodriguez. Swing and a miss. First and second here with nobody out. That one
Nope,
misses.
that's a ball.
Now 2-2. Gets a piece, stays alive. Here comes the 2-2. Downstairs.
That's ball 3.
Runners at first and second, and nobody out. Still a full count after the foul ball. Keeps the AB going with the foul ball. Now the payoff pitch. Punches that one away with 2 strikes. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Three and two now. Swings and misses. Struck him out. That wasn't an overpowering fastball, just low 90s, but he found a way to get it by him, even in a hittable location. More than one way to get a strikeout. 1 out and 2 on. Here's the third baseman, Rhys Hines.
Ball, that's out.
This could be the action pitch right here with runners on and a hitter's count. 2-1 now. Line drive. And it stays fair. Coming around third. 1 runs in. Now a relay to the plate. Here's the tag. Safe. And they're up by 4. Gets the job done as he brings home a pair. That one might as well have been placed on a tee right down the middle. A hitter's dream. Pitcher's nightmare. Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, looks ready to make the move. Eli Morgan departs, responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't quite closed yet. We'll be right back.
Now pitching for
Righty
Omaha,
reliever out the
number
pen,
54,
Mitch Spence.
Mitch
Trying to
Spence.
strand the runner at second. Coming up to the dish for Louisville, Garrett Hampson. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Now batting, right fielder, Will Benson.
Ooh, baby, tell me how long do I have to wait for you, honey, before I can say that you're gone? Won't you let me know, yeah?
Hines at second with 2 away. And the count 1-2. What a sinker he's got. Tons of dive on that pitch. Usually a sinker is designed to get ground outs, but he gets batters to swing and miss at it. Struck out swinging. The inning is over, and it could have been worse. But 3 score in the inning, 2 of them on this 2-run double. It's now 5-1.
I've been singing those Delta blues, fighting away the tears.
We go to the 8th.
Leading things
Kevin
off,
Newman
third
getting ready
baseman,
to hit.
Kevin Newman.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Movement in the bullpen. Carson Spires getting loose out there. And that's in the dirt. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. And that's one way the leadoff hitter retired in the 8th. One out and the bases are empty. And here's the catcher, Jorge Alfaro. Here comes the 1-1.
That's out.
Ground ball left side. And it stays fair. So one on now with one away.
Now batting, left fielder Nick Lofton.
Coming up to the dish for Omaha, Nick Lofton. 1-1. Here's the pitch. Little chopper rolls foul. Here's the tapper back to the pitcher. There's one. Double play. What a twin killing to end the inning. One hit in the inning, but no one left to board. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. Louisville ahead in this game, 5-1. All set for the bottom of the 8th. Nathaniel Lowe now at the plate.
Nathaniel Lowe.
On the ground, right side. Dives, but it kicks off the glove. And the throw takes too long to develop. And the batter reaches safely.
Catcher Jose Trevino.
Pin on the first. Now at the dish, Jose Trevino. The 1-1 offering.
Ball upstairs.
That
Ball,
misses
that's out.
the zone. And the count is now 3-1. Next pitch, in for a strike. Trevino wants to challenge here, thought it was a ball. And the strike call will stand. One challenge remaining for them now. That one hammered but pulled foul. Lowe takes his lead at first with nobody out. And ball 4.
Nope.
2 aboard.
Ball 4.
And now batting, designated hitter Michael Tolia.
And next, the cleanup hitter, Michael Tolia. Two 2-1 now. Way high. Swings and misses. And it's 3-2. Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. Foul ball, it remains a full count. Payoff pitch. And they're all loaded up.
Take your base.
That's an excellent at bat. Saw a lot of pitches and earned the walk.
Sal Stewart.
And the next batter, Sal Stewart. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. And a big swing and a miss. Serious jam with the bases loaded and nobody out. He's gunning for the strikeout first, and then he needs to try and get a grounder for the double play. Tall task. Puts it in the air to center.
Now batting, left fielder, Dane Myers.
Next to hit, Dane Myers. Liner caught at second. One of those plays that just goes to show
Now
that
batting,
not
the
everything is
center
within your
fielder,
control on the
Hector
baseball field.
Rodriguez.
Batter did everything right and still didn't get the hit. Sometimes that's how it goes. Here's the center fielder, Hector Rodriguez. Right through there for a strike. All loaded up here in the bottom half of the eighth. Line drive to right. And that's the end of the inning. Through 8 full, the Bats with the lead, 5-1.
Now pitching.
We're
for
back.
the
It's the
Bats,
top of the
number
ninth, and there's a new
68,
pitcher on the mound. Carson Spires, trying to protect this lead. At the
Leading
plate,
things off,
Drew Waters.
Center fielder, Drew Waters.
Grounds this one to the right side. And it's through for a hit. And the leadoff hitter aboard.
Now
Rolled
batting,
over on that
the
one a
first
bit, but
baseman,
still managed to
Abraham
put enough
Toro.
behind it that it scooted through the infield for a base hit. And now it's going to be Abraham Toro. Got the hitter swinging for the strikeout.
Now batting,
And a
right
strikeout,
fielder,
that's out number
Cameron
1 here in the
Meisner.
ninth. So here's the cleanup hitter, Cameron Meisner. One ball, one strike. Got tied up right there. Meanwhile, some activity in the bullpen. Lyon Richardson preparing to come on if needed. And the 1-2. And that's
Ball, that's off
outside.
the plate.
Got it. They are down to their
Now
final
batting,
out.
designated hitter,
Bit
Kevin
unusual
Cash.
to see him swing so early. Typically uses the whole field, but a little jumpy in this spot. So down to their final out of this one. 2-1 pitch. Swings through that one for strike 2. That misses the zone, and it's a full count. The runner will be going here on 3 and 2, but the hitter has to stay focused on the pitch and not get distracted. On the ground, this should do it. That is the ball game. 5-1 is how this one ends. For our whole outstanding crew here at the show, I'm Ben Gelman. See you soon.
Por tu cara sé que quieres, yo sé bien cómo tú eres. Tú tienes hombres de más, también te gustan las mujeres. Por amor nadie se muere, nadie por amor nadie se muere. A la disco ya no le cabe un alma y la nota subiendo los niveles. Ropita sexy pa' que me la modele, ya las heridas no le duelen. Yo le pego pa' que se revele y formemos el DNR, yeah. Porque por tu cara sé que quieres, yo sé bien cómo tú eres. Tú tienes hombres de más, también te gustan las...
I'm in Bottega Veneta, waffling a stitch on a sweater, parakeet green on the lettuce. I don't be rocking the butters. If you see me booted, it's Mason Margiela. Double R.